Join me today on M&B Airgun Review as we discuss this amazing AEA Challenger in 25 caliber and what's up with this massive rifle scope that's mounted on top. That and much, much more. Stick around. Hello, and welcome to M&B Airgun Review. I had something really cool sent to me the other day. Terry over at foxairpower.com wanted me to check out an awesome ADE advanced optics, I believe it is, yes, incorporated rifle scope. I didn't know it was a rifle scope in the box. It came in a big box and quite heavy scope. This scope, I'm going to tell you right now before I show this to you, this isn't recommended for sissies. If you got a problem carrying heavy things out with you, do not buy this scope. This is a manly scope and it's made for men. So, that out of the way, I'm going to present this to you. Look at this scope. This is an amazing quality scope. Really impressed with this scope, actually. Had some time to go through a little bit last night. Now, I haven't used the scope yet, so we'll get there. I have something special that this is going to be actually used on. And then once again, this is an ADE Advanced Optics Rifle Scope. This is a 6-25 by 56 scope that is good out to 1,000 yards, 1,000 meters even. It's got a 56 millimeter objective lens. Okay, comes with the flip up shades, front and rear, and it also comes with this massive 56 millimeter extension for the sunshade, which is great. Has an adjustable side parallax, and it has what really blew me away was these heavy duty 30 millimeter rings. It's a one-piece tube, and it has really extra large turrets. So you really, when you reach up to grab this, you really feel it in your hand. You know exactly what you're doing. They're really positive clicks. They're quarter MOA clicks. Very positive. It's a multi-coated lens. And it does have locking on the bottom here. It has locking, windage, and elevation adjustments. So, which is cool. So you get it set in, you lock it down, you're good to go. What's really unique about this is it has a nice etched glass reticle in it, and it is illuminated. It's illuminated in green. And, you know, a lot of those scopes, you'll turn on their illumination just as overbearing, or the lines aren't defined. This has, on any power that you use it in, the lines are very defined, and it is a mil dot reticle inside. So we don't have to worry about crosshairs ever falling down. If you have ever had some of those really junk scopes, a lot of you have seen crosshairs literally fall. You don't have to worry about it with this. It's etched glass. Once again, it's a one-piece tube. It is a long-range scope, but it'll work. From what I can tell, just looking out my window here and checking it out outside, it works very well at close ranges also. The eye relief on this thing is pretty outstanding too. It's got a 3.5-inch eye relief, 3.5-inch plus, which we all know for anything, if you're going to put this on anything really high powered that has any kick, you want that extra eye relief for sure. 15 yards to infinity, of course. It's a pretty cool scope. It's a massive scope. It's heavy. Now this thing comes in at 2.5 pounds, about 2.5 pounds, and that's without the sunshade on my scales. So, pretty stout. It's an awesome scope. It is going to add some weight to your rifle. So if you have a heavy rifle already and you put this on, you're going to have something heavy. Now, me coming from a firearm background, I'm used to heavy rifles. I like heavy rifles. So this is right up my alley. I am really enjoying it. It's got really clear glass, too. You're not going to go wrong with the glass in it. It's very clear. It's a step up from what a lot of people are used to, for sure. And what amazed me when I saw it, and I was like, wow, thing's got to be crazy priced for what you're getting. And even the packaging it comes in, it's magnetic. It's heavy. It's a heavy cardboard. And it's a magnetic closing box. Everything's in there. Your manual's underneath. It comes with a battery. It comes with your scope rings. Comes with your sunshade. Comes with a really nice cleaning rag in the manual. It has everything that you need. And it's a heavy-duty box. So usually when a company puts a lot of care into their packaging, they also put care into the product that's inside. I found that to be pretty true for pretty much anything. Unless, cheap companies, they usually use cheap packaging. And a lot of you guys out there know that already. pretty cool rifle scope. I'm excited to try it and use it. It is a massive rifle scope, but I like that. So once again, if you're interested, I think they run about $275, I believe. About $275. Yeah, they're 2.5 pounds. Head over to and visit Terry at foxairpower.com. He was kind enough to send this to me. He wanted some thoughts on it. Like I said, I have not used it yet on a rifle, but first initial impressions are pretty, that's a pretty, goes a long way in my book. And initial impressions out of the box was really good, beyond what I expected. So it's really cool. I don't have any complaints with it right now. Maybe once I get using it, I will, but it appears to be a really nice scope. And the price, like I said, $275. You're getting a lot. If you were going to go into Dick's Sporting Goods, any sporting goods store, and you're going to buy a set of heavy duty Picatinny rings like this, you can plan on paying $55-$60 for these rings. There's no doubt in my mind. Now add in your sunshades, which are really decent. Everything is really decent quality here. So you're up there already. So you're getting a lot for the money for sure. And I don't expect these things to stay cheap for long once the name gets out there. I haven't seen a lot of reviews on these scopes. Matter of fact, on this particular one, I don't think I've seen any. So this actually might be the first one that I'll be doing on it. But check it out, foxairpower.com. Terry, thanks for sending that over. But what have we been waiting for? That's the question, right? What have I been waiting for, scopes aside? Well, as you know, I've been waiting for a rifle to arrive. And that is the AEA rifle. And that's also sent over kindly. He's loaning it to me, Terry, from foxairpower.com, to check it out. And this rifle that I'm about to unbox is going to be direct competition for the Cattleman M1, which was supposed to be here today, but once again, UPS, they have a habit of switching things around and not getting to me on time. So FedEx was on time with Terry's. UPS, they kind of did the same thing that they always do and delayed, even though it's really close. So that should be here tomorrow. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So let's do this unboxing. And we're going to have a little bit of a conversation about some things today too. Hopefully it interests you. I don't know exactly what this rifle is. I believe it's a Challenger. And I haven't did a lot of research on the Challenger simply because, well, I want to go at this at the perspective of being a newbie. Let's be a newbie. Let's pretend we're new to this. Go through it and see what we're getting out of the box and check out the quality. Not knowing a lot about this rifle, I'm excited to find out about it. So let's do that. So here we go. Fresh off the truck. I say fresh off the truck. This arrived, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, actually. And so I have been chomping at the bit to unbox this thing. So let me see what the easiest end is to unbox this. This one looks like the easiest. Let's see what they offer. I believe this is going to be the Bullpup. That's what I was told. So let's check this out. And this video is going to be unedited, so what you're seeing is what you're getting. And this is another, oh, by the way, box totally undamaged. So that's, just want to be clear on that. No damage to the box, so no damage to this box either by the looks of it. Appears to be decent packaging. The AEAs do not come with a case like a Cattleman. So Cattleman's do, the AEA doesn't, but let's check out the gun because that's what's really important, right? We got some nice packaged, very decent. Packaged, very decent. This is pretty good looking. Let's check this out. Okay, there we are. Bullpup. Very cool. Let's see if it comes charged. Yeah, we have a good charge in it too. That's a good sign. Really nice stock. rubber butt plate on it. Butt pad. Does have a power screw on the side to adjust the power, which is pretty neat. I don't know what it's adjusted at right now, but pretty neat. This is a 25 caliber. So, and this is your shroud, and this has an internal baffling, I believe. Now let's check out what's in here exactly. We have a magazine. We have a fill probe with extra gaskets, which is always good. And I believe, and another magazine. So we have 2 magazines and a fill probe. And let's see if there's anything that is on the bottom here. I want to be very careful with this. This is on loan. I don't see any manual or anything like that. So, 24-inch barrel. Challenger Bullpup, 24-inch barrel, 25 caliber. So that's what we got. So let's put this on the rack here and check it out a little bit. So we'll be doing multiple videos and seeing how this works here. Let's get my elevation up a little bit. This is first impressions. Looks nice. Looks very well made. Fit and finish is superb on it. It's got a unique serial number. 3,600 PSI max pressure. I believe this is a non-regulated gun. I could be wrong. This could be a non-regulated air gun, but here's our baffles. There is our baffles. Okay, so let's put those back in. I'll put them in just like they came. I'm going to assume that that is how it works. And we are going to put on the shroud. Let's simply slip it over the end here. Looks very nice. Looks very nice. I'm impressed with the finish on the stock. It's not a high gloss. It's more of a matte finish, but it's very, very nice. Trigger guard is nice. You have your safety on the bottom. And I believe that your power wheel, if I'm looking at this right, on the other side, you see your power adjustment here. I believe it has a kind of a lock on it, which is super nice. Boy, this might be a good contender, but let's look. Let's see if I got this set up where it'll even go on. Let's see how this monster scope will sit on here. I'm actually going to cut right now because I'm going to grab an Allen head, but I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And that scope looks amazing. Tell me that doesn't look amazing on there, right? Very excited to try that out for sure. Looks like a nice combination. But how about this rifle? I mean, look at that. Beautiful, right? Now, as I look at it, I like it more and more because I go over the fine details and the fit and the finish and the quality that's went into it. What I like about this is the fill port. Pop the cap off here. Very nice smooth finish with a rubber gasket on the end. So this simply pops on. It does have a branded AEA gauge on it. Which means, and this is nice in a nice smooth finish, which means that the fill probe should fit in there nice and have a real positive effect when you're filling through the fill probe. So a lot of times they need to pressurize a little bit to get that initial blast of air in there, and sometimes they don't do it quite right. With the smoother the finish, usually the better that works. So that's a good thing. Nice positive click when it locks back onto. Really nice. Quality's good. I'm impressed with the initial look, feel, fit, and finish of the rifle. I have zero complaints. Yeah, appears to be nice. I have a worry. It's a personal worry of mine, and it's nothing of the rifle's fault, but we'll have to see if it actually affects me personally or not. I'm not going to say what that is right now until I actually get to use this rifle, because I could be totally wrong, but nothing that any Anybody thinking about purchasing one should really worry about right now anyhow. But yeah, it looks to be really nice quality. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with it. So I'm gonna sit this back kind of a little bit out of the way here. And oh, by the way, manual not in the box. Listen, this is on loan. Yours will come with a manual. This is on loan, so I'm sure that's why the manual is not in the box. I believe I saw a email that I didn't get the check out from Terry that actually said that there wasn't a manual in the box because he didn't have it for this particular loaner one. But you buy one, you're going to definitely get an owner's manual with it, so don't let that deter you. What do you guys think? Nice looking rifle, right? You think it's going to beat the Cattleman? You think it's a good competition for the Cattleman M1? Now, personally, I haven't held or even seen in real life a Cattleman M1. So it's going to be a first for me. It's up in the air. And this is going to be a very fair competition. And I'm going to limit this to just a couple different types of ammunition. What happens is if we start testing all kinds of ammunition right out of the gate in a competition, there's too many variables. And I want to keep the variables very similar. So what we're going to do, what we're going to run in this is, and if you watch my channel, you know I'm an H&N fan. I always have good luck with them. We have two different ones. We're going to run a Barracuda, not a Barracuda Power, but a Barracuda and 25 cal. And this is a 30.86 grain pellet. And this is a long range hunting pellet. So we are going to, test with these and this. No, I'm not using JSBs right now. I'm going to go with what I know and the ammunition that I know and trust, and that I can read very easily. So I'm going to be using those, and then we are going to be using the H&N Grizzlies, and that is a 31 grain 25 caliber Grizzly. These are the two ammunitions that are going to be recycled through both the M1 and the AEA Challenger. We're going to keep it apples for apples. We are going to do short range tests. We're going to do 25. We're going to do out to 100 yards. Beyond if I can, but it's probably going to be limited to 100 yards and in between. And we're going to see where they each shine. If there's any flaws, if there's any malfunctions. And generally, we're just going to have some fun and a friendly competition between these two rifles. I think it's going to be great personally. I think we're going to find out their characteristics. And you can decide which one is best for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, AEA claims a lot of power for this gun. And we all know Cattleman's put out a lot of power. They underrated their guns. They underrated them, their PCPs dramatically. And they're a powerful, people are finding out very, very powerful. A lot of people want to dial them back, in fact, that they're so powerful. But this is supposed to be a powerful gun too. I think they're both well suited for slugs or heavier pellets, definitely. Let's see what they do. If you do happen to get one of these, I can tell you right now, when you pull it out of the box, you're going to be impressed. And for the price, just like I said with Cattleman guns, for the price, you're getting a lot for the money. Now, I do know the Cattleman T2, my personal one that I have, is amazing. Is it worth the money? No doubt in my mind. I like the Cattleman. Do I like the entire Cattleman line? Well, your T1, your T2, pretty much same platform, different stocks. M1 I haven't had yet. So we'll have to see. When they come out with a 30 caliber, maybe we'll do a comparison again between 30 calibers. But as far as this goes and finish, very impressive. Very impressive. It looks like it's a very well-engineered gun, and they took their time to make sure everything was right on it. It looks like a simplistic design, and simplicity really works in my book. It always works. But we'll test the trigger. We'll see how easily it feeds. We'll see how consistent it is. And once again, I believe this is an unregulated PCP rifle. So we'll see the consistency. We'll see how fast the power drops down. We'll see. I believe with AEAs, I think they don't even shoot after they get to a certain bar. Unlike the Cattleman, I dropped the Cattleman down to below 60 bar, and it kept driving pretty good. I don't think an AEA will do that, but we'll see. But would I be happy to have this as part of a collection? Yeah, it really looks good. I love the long Picatinny rail up top. I love the shrouded barrel. I will tell you, it's a 25 cal, and the barrel, I'm not what sure grade steel that they use, but the barrel is definitely thinner than the Cattleman's. It's definitely a lot smaller than the Cattleman's, even in their 22. Cattleman definitely has a nice thick 4000 grade steel barrel on it, and I know the rifling's good inside the Cattleman. I haven't checked this one out, but I have a feeling it's going to be decent because from what I can tell of what I've seen, these guns are quite accurate. But I want to test it out to 100 yards myself and some precision shooting at some distance. We'll see. Probably going to give the Cattleman a run for its money. Might even beat it. I have no idea who's going to come out on top. Let me know. Leave in the comment section below what you think. If you're an AEA owner, tell me what you think about them. If you're a Cattleman owner, tell me what you think. This is a good one. I am excited about this test. I'm excited about this AEA line. And I will tell you right now, there's actually one that I'm thinking about purchasing myself, and that's the Element. I really like the Element. So hopefully, Terry, if you're watching this, hold on to one of those for me, buddy, because I think that's going to be right up my alley. And who knows, maybe after I give this thing a whirl, maybe I'll fall in love with this too. So just kind of keep me in mind. I might be purchasing this from you when all's said and done too. I can never have too many air guns in your collection, right? So looks great. Looks great. Boy, and that scope gives it a lot of weight. This is a stout little piece of engineering right here that looks really cool. And I can't wait to shoot it. So I'm not going to overtalk this right now. I'm going to let this one go. And we're going to talk about a few other things. Hopefully you'll stick around and listen. Let's set this over here like so. And I'm going to be very careful with this gun. It's not mine. So Terry, I assure you I'll be very careful with your gun, I promise. These are the magazines it comes with, and it is a 1, 2, let's see here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on, I got my lighting wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shot magazine. I got two 10-shot magazines. It looks like it does block off at the end, so you cannot dry fire. I could be wrong, but I believe it does here. Let me see. Maybe it doesn't. They look like quality magazines, though. They're decent. They're plastic, but they look decent. AEA 25 cal, 6.35 millimeter. I can't wait to give this thing a shot. I really can't. And like I said, there's the ammo we're going to be running. I had a awesome subscriber that I'm going to leave unnamed because I don't know if they want to be named or not. Send me two 4K GoPro style cameras, Ultra HD cameras, so we can do some really cool video footage of shooting and camera on me and the target. Hopefully I can figure these things out and how to run them. They're wireless, so thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That really brightened up my day when I unboxed those the other day. That was fun. And in other news, we're going to talk about something with the Cattleman today. And once again, before I do that, AEA, check Terry's site out. Really good guy. FoxAirPower.com. Check him out. Check out his prices. I think if you're going to purchase, you'd be happy to purchase from him because he's a really down-to-earth guy. Seems like a real honest guy, and that's who I would be purchasing from based on the experience that I have had with him. So, let's go on to this real quick because you all like Cattleman news, so we're going to go on to some Cattleman news. People who hate Cattleman. A lot of people hate him. It was the new company on the block. A lot of people hate him. A lot of people hate AEA. Finding this stuff out too as I go. No matter what we do, we're always going to have haters. But it doesn't make a difference. If we own them and we like them, the haters don't make a difference. And I like to say that they're talking into the void. But let's talk about something. What's the mindset that makes you hate something? Obviously, with the Cattleman, it's not the quality, because as far as the T2 goes, it's superb quality. And it's very accurate. It's built really well. I use this thing almost every day. I've had no issues. So, quality's there. So what is it? Was it that it reminded them of a Pishtov? Okay, let's take that, because I don't think that's really it. I think what pisses everybody off about any air rifle that comes in below a certain price point is this attitude. Well, I paid 2 or 3 times more for my rifle. It has to be better, and yours has to be shit. That's the attitude. And let me tell you why. And I don't knock Pyramid Air. I think Pyramid Air is a great company, and it's a great source for getting products. But let me give you a for instance. Are you guys familiar with Cattleman? Their products. Okay. Well, if you go there, they have a tactical carbine that looks like the Cattleman M1. And it is pretty much the same receiver setup. It looks just like a Cattleman. Looks just like a Pishtov. Looks just like a Rete. Nobody has a problem with that gun. You know why? Do you know why? Because that particular one is currently $1,500. And Pyramid Air sells it. Pyramid Air is a reputable company, and they got that. And I'm not saying that that gun's not of decent quality. Nobody questions it because, well, it's $1,500. So in the mindset of the how I like to do it, whatever you do, whatever hobby you have, there's always snobs. I bike ride. There's bike snobs. I play drums. There's drum snobs. And in the airgun world, there's airgun snobs, and it's all about price. They don't like it when somebody gets something that's equivalent to what they have at a cheaper price because it must be junk. Well, I'm sorry to tell you guys that think that way. The Cattleman's not junk. It doesn't appear that the AEA is going to be junk either. So what we're really dealing with is people with superiority complexes in their pocketbooks that really talk rhetoric about things they don't know about. So am I knocking high quality guns that are super expensive? No. But I will say you're paying way too much for what you're getting because, well, the prices are just out of most people's reach, the real working class. And technology's not new. It doesn't cost any more to produce a 50 cal than it does a 22 cal. So let's think about that. Same materials. In the long run, it costs you more money, and that's based off of what you want. So we have a couple companies that offer now really decent quality, and I'll say Cattleman, the one I have, I'll put up against anything. Because what it comes down to is pulling the trigger and hitting your target, right? It's got power to kill your prey, and it hits the target. And I can't even use flyers as an excuse with this rifle, like everybody seems to do. Because I get very few what I call flyers. Most of the flyers are shooting errors from the shooter. Not the pellet, not the gun, but the shooter. But once again, egos get in the way and say it's one or the other. 95, 98% of the time, all problems are shooter-related problems, not problems of the gun or the pellet. And I'm not saying that that's all the time. Of course, we've all had bad pellets, and we've all had bad tins, and there is bad guns. But when we got a gun that we know is functioning properly, and we got a good set of pellets, and we start having a flyer here or there, usually it's shooter error. And that's something we all need to own up to, because I do the same thing. It's about what we can get, the best we can get for the money we earn. And if a gun like this, or a gun like this, competes with guns that are 2, 3, and even 4 times the price, well, That makes people mad. That makes companies mad. That makes other manufacturers mad. Because guess what? Now the everyday person, the real working class person who really wants to enjoy a PCP and enjoy the hobby or even maybe get into it, now it gives them the platform to do so. And what's great about it is it's introducing a bunch of new air gunners who are thinking outside of the box, who aren't stuck in that egotistical box that, well, a lot of you out there are. Now, on this channel, most of my viewers, and I can say probably 99% of my viewers and subs are on the same page as me, and we have the same mindset where we just want honest reviews and we want to see if something's really good. We don't want to claim it's the best. I never claimed the Cattleman's the best in the world, although it is fantastic. And I enjoy it very much. AEA, who knows? Maybe that will become my new favorite. My favorite. I like a gun I could shoot inexpensively and have as little problems with as possible. Because, well, let's face it, without proper maintenance, you're going to have a problem with your rifle. So as you learn, don't get frustrated. As you go and you get into the PCP world, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. I'm going to tell you right now, going to forums and trying to find out information in forums is the worst thing you can do. Because what you got is 100,000 know-it-alls that all have different opinions on everything and their opinions. Most of them don't know what they're talking about and have no experience in what you're asking. Happens all the time. And they'll get in little battles. Hell, they get in even battles with people who aren't even on the forums. And that's the same with any forum. Could be car forums, could be anything. Mountain biking forums, e-bike forums, could be anything. It's a bunch of people who think they know everything. I don't know everything. I'm learning every day as I go, just like you guys are. And if I can give you some information and prove that information and back that information up, that's my goal. And I can be wrong a lot of the times, and sometimes I am. And I admit when I'm wrong. And that's how we're going to do this channel, and that's how we're going to approach this channel. It's always going to be that way. I promise you that. And as far as a lot of people get really hurt about shooting skills, listen, my intention is not to show anybody up shooting. My intention is to present the gun as accurately as possible. And I'm going to take what I enjoy and what I do at the distances that I prefer, and I'm going to present it to my viewers because I really think that that's what they want to see. It's not a competition. It's not meant to be a competition. And if you can shoot and you're good, that's awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. You'll probably get better. Keep trying. But there's a lot of us in this hobby who really enjoy it, and we love the camaraderie, and we love the people who love the sport, and really it puts a smile on their face and it makes it happy. But for all of those you out there that like to bash other channels or other people or other viewers, we got no place for you. And you'll find that out shortly because, well, frankly, there's a new generation of air gunners coming up and they're really getting sick of it. And they're getting sick of that inside of the box thinking. They're getting sick of the holier than thou attitudes. And it's starting to show. We got nothing to prove here at M&B Airgun Review. The only thing we want to do is bring you the best content and grow and get better at what I do to show my view and have fun doing it. Because the moment I stop having fun, my viewers won't appreciate this. And that's my rant for today. Great gun. Appears to be a great gun. There's going to be a lot more in the future. We're going to be doing a testing of a lot of guns. And I also might find some of the most bashed on PCPs in the future, or maybe the most hated, and review them to see if they're really what these forums say they are. Because money's not the biggest thing to me in the world. It's having fun and making sure that other people have fun and put a smile on their face. Thank you for watching M1 Airgun Review. I'm Mike, and I'll be back with you very soon. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and go out and shoot today. Put a smile on your face and think about it.